Good morning, and let me see if I can get the light a little bit better here. How are you all doing? It's just going to, sorry, I'm just going to... Isa, can you take the dog out? Out. Come on. Sorry about this, I'll be back. I'm just trying to keep the animals out. There we go. So I hope everybody's been practicing over the weekend and that you're really starting to enjoy the benefits of the breathing, the daily breathing, and what a difference it can make in our lives. So what we're going to talk about today is we are going to look at the different areas of the body that you use when you start to consciously breathe. So anybody who's done yoga or Wim Hof will know that it's all about the belly, the diaphragm, whatever you want, fancy name you want to give it. So the way I was very first taught by a beautiful woman in Ardrishig, Vicky Lyons, was that you're breathing in and it's like a vase, and you're breathing in and you want to get right down into the bottom of the vase. The bottom of the vase is down here. So that's a nice visual that I always keep. So the diaphragm, what tends to happen is when we're in fight or flight, and often if we're even slightly stressed on a daily basis, we shallow breathe. Now there's a lot of reasons why over a period of time that can cause us a lot of problems. But what we're doing is, so we're overriding that shallow breathing and we're slowing the breathing down, and that will then automatically, because these systems all work together, the slowing down and the conscious breathing will calm us down again. It's really simple. When the pulse rate goes up and we start breathing really lightly, then that's us going into fight or flight, because the body thinks, right, okay, we need the chemistry, we need the energy, we need the blood displaced because we're going to run or we're going to fight or we're going to hide. Even the brain changes and the entire hormonal system. The adrenals pump the blood into our glutes and our quads. I mean, it's absolutely genius, but it's not really very helpful if you're sitting at a desk and you're creating unconsciously this huge sequence of events by signalling to the body unconsciously that that's what you needed, that's what you wanted to do. So when you breathe up here, or maybe through your mouth, you will, even if you do that long enough, you will actively put yourself into fight or flight. And when you do the opposite, and you deep breath in and a longer breath out, deep breath in, you will actively calm the vagus nerve, you'll change the chemistry in the brain, and so you're sending consciously an intelligent signal to the body to go, okay, danger's over. Good morning, Izzy. Danger's over, we can calm down now and we can go back to rest, restore and repair. And also, in terms of the frequencies of the brain, because remember last week I was saying to you, I want you to see the body in a completely different way, to learn to love these trillions of cells that make up you. You are not the body, but you are in that body right now having this experience. And nobody taught us this, that we were having such an impact on the cellular health. Or even more importantly, that we were communicating and signalling things to our body that we didn't know we were signalling. So it's this whole new language, which is the feelings. Now, my friend Alina's got a brilliant watch that is kind of like from heart coherence, and it tells her when she's in coherence, and it beeps when she goes out of coherence and when her stress levels go up. So I think that's a fantastic training tool that you can have because that's what we're doing. We're retraining our bodies for greater states and greater levels of joy and peace and creativity and clarity. We have that power. Oh my God, resonating with so much of this. So that's great, Lisa. So we're going, remember, from powerless to powerful. So when we come in and say, okay, let me consciously oxygenate the body by conscious breathing, which we'll do, and then the controlled pause, the retention, whatever word, holding your breath that you want to give it. So then the oxygen levels decrease, and then the blood starts, the signalling system, because remember, that's really all we are, as a signalling system. The signals go to the brain, we become more alert, the pineal and the pituitary give out the chemistry that we need. Thanks, Janice. It is it is unbelievable that nobody's ever taught us this. And this is where alchemy comes in. We are the alchemist. Now, we can change our chemistry with our thoughts, but if you feel tired and lethargic and apathetic, you can think good thoughts, but the body's not getting it. So when you change, morning Julie, when you change the way you breathe, you override all of these old patterns and systems, and you're like that going, I'm here, I have free will, I'm going to breathe differently because now I'm waking up to the intelligence of this, and I can breathe differently, I can change my chemistry, and as soon as your chemistry changes, you will feel different. And as soon as you feel different, you will think different. So, I mean, obviously I teach this when I'm teaching people to let go. It's not about, it's all about changing the way you're breathing and thinking to create greater cellular, get this one, tensegrity. Which basically means that the cells, remember if you were listening last week, the cells are like a 3-dimensional harp. And so you can go, The minute I start to hum, I send a vibration through the body, and the cells, they go into harmony. We're like a giant musical instrument that is sending out and receiving signals and information. Hi, Craig. So when we're going, right, okay, I don't like the way I feel, I don't understand the way I feel, I'm thinking negative thoughts, what do you immediately do? Okay, let me get in and change how I breathe. And how would you love to feel? That's what I always say to people. How would you love it to be? Now, if you've been goal setting, and the chances are, if you're watching this, that you've been goal setting and working with the law of attraction and the creation process, etc., for a long time. And as I have, so it's very easy to set material goals. I want a house, or maybe I want a partner, or whatever it is that you want. But we've never really thought about that. I want peace. I would like to feel at peace. I would like to stop judging myself and others. I would like to let go of this anger. We've never really worked that much on our emotions, and we are emotional beings. So now we're like, right, okay, we can fire and wire our brain, which simply is upgrading the hard drive. We can change it with our intention, our attention, our consciousness, our desire, our commitment. We know that now. We have the science. Go to any of Joe Dispenza's videos on YouTube, and he will explain it way better than I can. You can change your brain. It lights up differently. The electric pathways, the information is sent efficiently rather than trying to get through a whole load of rubbish from the past because you've not put your bin out, your emotional bin out for years. So what we're doing here is we're creating this tensegrity in the cell, and what happens is when the cells start to expand, which they have no option but to do when you breathe consciously with commitment, and then the old information can leave, and you can signal in new, greater, more peaceful, joyful, whatever the hell you want. You can signal that in. So your desire, what is it you want? Well, you can start off with, I don't care what I want. Hi, Sean. Hi, darling. You can start off, you can start with just simply, what do I need to let go of? How do I no longer want to feel? How can I let go of judging my fellow humans? Because let's face it, I've never seen more polarity in our beliefs and our thinking than we're seeing right now. And, you know, whether that's by design or not is another debate. But really from our cells, if your cells, this is a cell, right? Just hanging out there, listening to you, what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. And you're like, they're an idiot. I can't believe they don't understand. They don't see what's happening. I can't believe they're not wearing a mask. I can't believe they don't want the vaccination. I can't believe. Guess who gets that torture? Your cells. I mean, it's mental. You know, I'm not going to go deep down into Joe's work. When you realise that you're reflecting out, it's all about us, all of it. So when we start to judge others, instead of looking at them and thinking, if only they would change, then I would be happy. We go like, why am I judging that other human? And usually there's something there for us to see, but that's a whole other live. We're going to talk about breathing today. So when you feel the judgment coming in, the triggers, as they call it, and you pull the trigger, that is your responsibility. The triggers are our responsibility, our reaction, our experiences from the past. And that is where we take sole responsibility for how we feel and how we react and what we say and what we do. Now, I'm a work in progress myself. We're all a work in progress, so it's just somewhere to start. Start with the breathing. Right, so again, let's go back to Wim Hof. Belly, chest, head. So that's the three areas so you can breathe consciously in, and what you want to do is you want your belly to come out or up, depending if you're lying down or sitting. So just do that right now. Just breathe into the belly. Don't come into the chest or the head. Just breathe in and feel the belly come out, and then just let it go. So really isolate these muscles as well. This is you getting to know this body on a completely different level and understanding, whoa, I can breathe that way, this will happen. I can breathe that way and something else will happen. Okay, so you're learning about your own body. So breathing in, let the belly come up and out. Just let it go. Breathe in and let it go. So, if you have done a lot of belly breathing, this will be second nature to you. Still good to really isolate it and really train these muscles. Remember the nose breathing. If you joined last week, you'll remember that we're really only understanding now, well certainly I am, the incredible importance of breathing in and out through your nose. And if you're a mouth breather, which a lot of us are, and I certainly was, we need to switch that habit. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth is a good way to start. Now, even if your nose is blocked, just blow it and power through it. It's a muscle. You're retraining the body. Remember, a baby just lies there with their wee mouth closed and their whole abdomen comes up and down. They do it naturally. It is the natural way for us to breathe, and then life gets in the way and we change it all. So just another 5 abdominal breaths. So just breathing in, belly all the way out and out. Let it go. So really seeing the lungs coming all the way down here, filling the belly and let it go. It's good to do this on your own because you just don't worry about the stupid noises that you make. You're learning, you're training the body, and you're learning about the abdominal power, the power that's in your abdomen. Now, when you do the breath of fire, which is the one where you're pumping the abdomen, so all the organs that are underneath there are getting this gentle massage. And then this controlled breath, you're detoxing. Because remember, we can take a lot of good stuff in through our nose, but we can also take a lot of toxicity in through the nose. We tend to think about our toxicity with our food. But now we're realising our thoughts, toxic thoughts and toxic chemicals in the environment impact, over a while, impact the body. So this really helps. The lungs are a great way to eliminate toxicity. And then obviously the blood starts to be alkalized, the vagus nerve's like, yes, I'm calm, I'm going to send peace into all the internal organs. The capillaries, everything starts to open up and the signalling system starts to flow. And if you joined us last week for the Tantra muscles, you can go back and look at that video. You'll understand how to really open up your energy lines, because you really need to see the body as an electromagnetic field as well as a big lump of meat to really understand this work. And all these electrical lines are getting opened up and cleaned and cleared. It's like getting your gutters done so that everything can flow without being inhibited. So what we understand with the body is that it holds the score and it holds trauma and memories from the past. And the other thing that I'll say that's really important is sometimes you've got no idea what's in there, because maybe you got a fright or you thought something was going to happen. The body recorded the information and then you realised afterwards that nothing had happened. But that record of that fright can still be in there. So there's a lot of stuff that we understand and there's a lot of stuff that we don't understand. And when you start doing the breathing, memories can come up and you just welcome them and let them go. Just allow everything, be the observer, okay? So that's the brilliant thing about breathing in the gut. All these amazing different benefits just from abdominal breathing. And then you've got the chest. So if you want to just breathe in and out through the chest with me. So feel your chest lift. Or out through the mouth. So you're isolating the chest area, leaving the abdominal where it is, nice and flat, or with your wee lockdown lardy belly like I've got, and you're just lifting the chest. Now you can probably start to feel the energy moving. You maybe start to feel a little tingle or a little bit lightheaded, because you're consciously now moving into these breathing states. Things are starting to change and things are starting to happen. Now, if you have never done this before, it'll feel different and you might not like it. Because if you're not used to change, and if you're a control freak, which a lot of us are, you don't want to. Like, oh, that feels weird, and you'll stop. And that's completely fine. Just do it at your own pace. Find the courage to breathe through whatever it is. Sometimes energy will move, it'll feel uncomfortable. Just breathe it away. Remember, it's just energy. And it will, when you intend and allow it, it will leave, it'll dissolve, it'll change, it'll dissipate, whatever you need it to do. Okay? So do it. Let's do 5 in the belly and 5 in the chest and see if you can feel the difference. Okay? So breathing in, you want to feel your abdominal muscles coming right out. So abdominals again, belly right up. Okay, now that's just 5 breaths. Just really pay attention to how you feel. And now we're going to do the chest and see if you can feel the difference in isolating the different areas of your lungs, okay? So in through the chest and out, in through the nose, into the chest and out. You might feel your shoulders want to come up a bit. Okay. Can you feel that? Can you feel the difference between the belly and the chest? Aye? Nay? Anyway, if you can't feel it straight away, it doesn't matter. You need to practice. You know, I always say to people, if I was teaching you to play the piano, you wouldn't expect to be playing at a concert, you know, an hour after the first lesson. This is that you really, really have to practice this. You have to understand what's happening when you consciously change your breath, and then you have to commit to the practice. I can, do as many lives as you want, but if you don't participate in this and really move into the body and start taking charge. Yes, this made you cry, Janet. Yeah, this can be really emotional stuff because the past is coming up. And if I was teaching you simply to let go, which I kind of am doing, but through the breath, then you would, tears can come. Yawning can come. The body's like, what's happening here? Energy starts to move, and things can change, and that you'll be very aware of that. But that's okay. It's all part of the process. Remember the cells? They're just like, something's left. Oh, that's a memory. Oh, that's the past. Just allow it all. Keep breathing gently through it. Gently through it. If you've got any problems, ping me a message after this live. There's nothing to be scared of here apart from fear itself and other people telling you, be careful. You have the power. You're a powerful, powerful being, and now learning these techniques and how to really fly your spaceship that is the body. Okay, so now we're going to go into the head. So you're going to keep your shoulders down. Yes, more light-headed with the chest. Interesting, yes. So really, again, check in with your body and see how it's feeling, because when it comes to doing the full breath work, and Soma, as you know, I think is just the most incredible breathing system. You can engage with it quite gently, or you can engage with it fully, and mess around with breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, in and out through your nose. It's your body. I can tell you what I feel, but you might feel something completely different. Don't rely on others to tell you how it is. Get in there and practice and find out for yourself, so that you're not having to listen to anybody else's stories or narrative. You have your own personal experience, okay? So this is probably the funniest one, because we probably do breathe up there all the time, but now that I'm going to ask you to do it, you'll be like, what the hell? So just breathing in and out through the head. Nice wee shallow breaths up there. And just do it for a few times. Let's do 10 of them. Okay. See how you feel. Close your eyes. Ignore the outside world and get into that internal universe. What is there? What's happening now? You probably feel not quite as lightheaded as you did when you were down in the body, pulling all that air in. But again, just check in and see what your own experience is. This is about you. The cells now, you've changed the oxygen levels, and you're now just observing the cells. You feel the energy in your body. Don't judge it. Don't try and figure out what it's doing. Just allow, observe, and learn this incredible, simple superpower that has been there the whole time. Nobody bothered to tell you about. Okay, so you now, again, got a headache, Mary. Yeah, that can happen too, because what we're doing is we're starting to move energy, and it's like, it's a detox. Homeschooling this morning, we'll catch up later. Okay, Annette. So when you start to detox, if you've ever done a juice detox or a fast, a headache is very common in the first few days, and that's a sign that your liver's like saying, okay, I need some help here. The liver starts to back up the toxicity, and very often you can get a headache, you can get lightheaded, sometimes you can feel sick. It's head feels alive, brilliant. So again, as Byron Katie says, what your body is doing is none of your business. The intelligence that are the cells, they need you to get out the way so that they can do what they need to do. Drink plenty of water after you do this. Rest up if you need to. Welcome the headache, let it go, allow it to dissolve. It's all within your power, and this is the power that we're really just waking up to. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run the belly, chest, head together. And we're only going to do 5 because I just want you to really get the experience and really fully understand what you're doing, how you're drawing the air in, how you're using the body to really help you get the result. Now, if you've ever done any Wim Hof, or maybe you've worked with James McFadden or Jed, you'll know that some people give it their all and others are a bit timid, and there's a whole variation in between. And my invitation to you is to just listen into your body. If you're an experienced breather, go for it. You're in charge. You're in control of this experience. And then when we go in and we do our controlled pause, what we're doing is we're dropping, so we're pumping in the oxygen, and then we stop breathing and the oxygen levels drop. In fact, I had a wee thing that I could test my, I don't know where it is now. Anyway, you can get a little thing you can put on your finger and you can see, go on, check the Soma channel and you'll see how the oxygen levels drop. And then when you get into that hypoxic state, things happen in the brain and you can get insights and information and clarity. It's pretty cool stuff, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to do 5 belly, chest, head breaths. It's not a competition, it's not a race. Do it in your own time. You are now tuning in to yourselves and deciding, okay, I can feel that. The other thing that I'm going to talk to you after this is about how to generate that energy out through the minor energy centres in your palms. So if you've got young children, or you maybe want to do it in your head, Mary, you can put we're channeling energy, and with our intention and attention, we can put that energy through the body and out through the hands. Now, that might sound weird to you if you don't understand the energetic nature of the body, but just try it. What have you got to lose? Nice to put on yourself. If there's any area of your body that needs some love, healing and attention, please do that. This is quantum touch. And then you can put your hands on anyone and just help channel that beautiful energy. Because it's got a frequency, right? So when I put my hand on top of somebody else's skin, even through their clothes, I just send that gentle frequency through their body, and they can have anything from very gentle relaxation to quite profound healing experiences. We are all healers. You just I certainly never knew we all were, but we are. Okay, so we're going to do the breath, 5 belly, chest, head. Then we're going to do a controlled pause. Again, remember, this is not a competition. Do not stress yourself out. Go to the limit of where you can hold your breath. Ignore me. Just go into your body, hold the breath. And then what Neeraj does with Soma is when you feel that energy coming up the body and you get that contraction to breathe, you can breathe in and out again. And hold it again, and what we want to do is we want to allow the energy to dissolve, and we want to become part of the field. So we're moving through the skin, the idea we just want to see and feel ourselves as an energy mass in an energy field. So that's what I want you to do. Feel it. Okay, so 5 controlled breaths, belly, chest, head, controlled pause, and then we're going to let it go. And then I'm going to talk to you about putting that energy back into your own body to affect any area that needs some TLC and healing. Okay, so belly, chest, head. Get comfortable. You maybe want to lie down. Sit somewhere you're not going to fall off. We're only doing 5, so you should be fine. Do you breathe out, then hold? Yes, you do. You breathe out and then hold. Just follow my direction, okay? So, breathe out and then all the way in. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. Just let it all go. Belly, chest, Head, let it go. Do it in your own time. And all the way out. And then just hold your breath there. Close your eyes and get inside that body. Observe what's happening there. Can you feel, even with 5 short breaths, the difference? The cells are expanding. If you need to breathe, just breathe in and out again and hold again. Fantastic. And then breathe all the way in. And squeeze all that beautiful energy into your brain. And just let it go. Okay. And just hold that nice, easy breathing. See how you feel. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to breathe in for 2 and out for 4. And I want you to put your hands wherever you feel. If you've got a headache, put them in your head. If you've got any stress in the body, any aches or pains, I've got a knee that I went on to last week. Put it on there. So we're going to breathe in for 2 and out for 4. And on the out breath, I want you to take your attention to the palms of your hands. Simple as your intention. Do it right now. Put your hands like this and take your attention into the palms of the hands. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So breathing. So it's in for 2 and out for 4. So in, 2 and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2 and out. 2, 3, 4. And take your attention into the palms of your hands and put it wherever you want it to. And keep your focus in the palms of your hand and keep in, 2 and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2 and out. 2, 3, 4. And in, 2 and out. 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to breathe all the way in. Hold it, squeeze, and let go. And hold your breath out. Hold it. Close your eyes and observe what is happening in these trillions of intelligent cells. Make a clear intention to release anything that no longer serves you. Allow yourself to feel lighter, to dissolve where you can. The body becomes part of the unlimited field of potential. Dissolve into it. Relax. If you need to breathe, breathe in and then out again and hold again. Really get to know this body. Use the power. Fantastic. And breathe in all the way in. And squeeze that energy up into your head. Feel the cells expand and then let it go. Fantastic. And just enjoy that feeling. Again, still just intending your open, expanded state, letting go of all your concepts and labels, everything that you thought was true that no longer serves you. Just allow, expand, tune in to that phenomenal intelligence. Thanks, Kimberly. So, as usual, we'll just finish off with a quick tapping, just to let go of any resistance that may still be lingering, any doubt that you're powerful. So tap with me. Even although I am supernatural in nature, sometimes I forget. Sometimes I doubt my power. And sometimes I allow myself to be limited by others' beliefs and other people's points of view and labels and concepts. And even although I've allowed this to happen in the past and I've doubted myself, I have the power to heal. I have the power to change my chemistry, my field. I have the power to allow my cells to rearrange themselves back to perfect health. I have the power to allow everything and anything that is for my higher good. I allow my imagination to expand. I allow my limits to drop away, dissolve. I am a powerful sentient being. I am a magnificent bundle of vibrating cells of intelligence in a field, part of a field. And I'm waking up to this incredible power within. I am the power. I have the power. I'm letting go of the past. I allow myself to feel deep levels of joy, connection, and peace. Because I can. That's the power, the free will that I came here with. I am becoming supernatural. Okay, deep breath. Let's do 3 hums. Just let go of everything that no longer serves you, any self-doubt. Last one. Okay. And just give yourself a big virtual round of applause for joining in, taking control of your life, your destiny, listening to your cells, owning your superpower. Thank you, Izzy. Huge appreciation this Monday for joining me and for your continuous support. I mean, there's no point in me being here if you're not. So huge love to you all. Have a wonderful week and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Ciao.